my name is Philip and welcome to the Vodka Boat Regatta. This is gonna be a game about drinking vodka from a boat.
You shouldn't read the rules.
The game goes like this. Each team consists of 4 players, 1 captain, and 3 crew members. On each table, there are gonna be 2 teams. One team are gonna be pirates, the other team are gonna be marines. Okay, so the boat is situated here. The other boat is gonna be on the other side of the table. Each team is gonna compete against all the other teams to complete the vodka boat as fast as possible, but at the same time, they're gonna have to compete against each other in a game of battleship. Have you read the rules? Okay, but you cannot finish your boat before you have finished the game of battleships. And battleship goes like this. Each has one of these battleship playing cards, and you're supposed to say numbers like this. For instance, I could say B3.
Miss.
And then it's his turn to say it to me.
E2.
And that's a hit. And this goes on till one has sunk in the other team's battleship, right? What then happens is that the vodka boat starts sinking. The only way to repair the vodka boat if it starts sinking is that the captain has to play a game of charades with his crew members. The captain then gets 3 cards with 3 different words on it that he has to mime, and the crew members have to guess this before they can continue drinking.
Have you studied the rules?
There's also going to be game masters that control the flow of the game at all times. What they have, what their task is that every 15 minutes we're going to have what we call a round of reefs. What a round of reefs is basically that each team gets a different task they have to perform in order to be able to continue drinking. The game master can also call in something called the perfect storm. What this is basically a round of pub quiz with 10 questions, and each team has to answer at least 60% of these questions right in order to not get a wreckage. What this means is if they get a wreckage, or the ship starts sinking basically, they have to wait until the next round of reefs to be able to continue drinking.
Read the rules.
Like I mentioned before, there are gonna be teams of pirates and marines. I'm gonna start off with the pirates, and they have a special way of doing things. They come for 1 keel haul. What this is, that they can get a player from a different team to come to their table to take a 20 seconds long sip of their vodka boat. Pirates also have the possibility to do a hostile takeover. What this is that they can go over to a marine team and challenge them to a game of war. War goes like this. You have the highest card wins a pair, the team with the most pairs wins. If the pirate team wins, they're gonna take over the marine's ship with everything this includes, like the ship name, their power-ups, and all their titles and stuff like this.
So let me ask you, Philip, what can the crew do in a hostile takeover?
The crew can back their captain by doing shots of rum. Each shot of rum counts as 1 pair. So if they are smart, they can, for instance, plan a takeover and bring a bunch of shots and therefore conquer the ship pretty easily. What do you say?
That sounds good to me, Philip.
All right.
Just read the rules, will you?
Marines, on the other hand, they have a different skill set. For one, they have torpedoes, 3 of them to be more precise. And they can use these torpedoes to shoot at other ships and sink them. When they start sinking, you can see paragraph 9 for the details. They also have something called to the rescue. when like another marine ship is being attacked by pirates, they can come to their rescue. What they can do then is to back them by doing shots of rum, like I said before the crew members could do. And if they win this battle, or the marine team wins this battle, they get immunity for the next round of hostile takeovers. Rules are for winners. We're not gonna do a demo of a hostile takeover. I'm a pirate, by the way, and I got a deck of cards here, and I'm gonna challenge this guy to a game. First, I would like to challenge you to a game of war. Here's a deck of cards. Let's do this. As you can tell, mine is higher, so I won this one. Once more. 7 and 10, this is his. King and 5, this is mine. So let's say I won this game. That means I take over his ship, his boat, with everything he owns. And that means you are gonna take over my boat, which is over there. Thank you, sir.
Rules. Just read the fucking rules. Again, read them.
We're now over on the side games of the game. The side games are going to be stuff like puns, which is basically when one in your team uses a cool nautical expression, for instance, whatever floats your boat, in a cool kind of way, you go over to the bar and you ring a bell, and that means that everyone has to drink. There's also something called mutiny, which you can commit against your captain, or your crew members can. If this happens, your crew members or the crew members challenges the captain to a game of war. If the captain wins, he stays in his seat. But if the crew members lose, they have to walk the plank. And that means they have to go to the bar and get a drink and can't come back until they have finished this drink at the bar. There's also something called the wind has changed. This is something the game masters can say or tweet. And when this happens, everyone has to get below the table to not get hit by the boom of the boat. If they get hit, they get knocked overboard and also have to go to the bar and get a drink and can't come back until they've finished that one. If one of your team members has to go to the toilet, you have to say, I'm casting the anchor, or the team has to cast the anchor. What then happens is that your team cannot drink for the duration that your team member is at the toilet. I love rules! And lastly, we have dares and power-ups. You can perform a set of dares, which you're gonna get at the event in order to get power-ups. Power-ups are going to be stuff like an extra shot of battleship or an extra run. And that is all for tonight. And I hope to see you all at 7 on Friday the 8th here at Extreme. So long, fellow shipmen. Ahoy and good night.